Good morning, and welcome back to Sunny Side Up. As always, Michael and Faith are your hosts. Faith, how you doing today?
Good. I feel like I slept so hard last night.
I also felt like I got the best sleep I've gotten in like weeks. As I've been talking about, I've been sick for weeks, and I'm still sick, still hawking up stuff. It's gross. But I've also not been sleeping very well. Mm-hmm. Which leads me into what I wanted to talk about. First, I'm not sleeping well because I've started to get worse on laying in bed and watching TikToks way beyond what I actually want to watch TikTok on. Or like, I lay in bed, and especially this last week, I'm like, oh, I need to Google this. I need to look up this. And then I can't get it out of my brain. And I know what you're supposed to do. Just have a little notebook beside your bed and just write the things, right? Get it out of your head and then look it up tomorrow. But I have not been very good about that. And so I've been staying up more and more, which does not help because I'm sick. And so it's just a cyclical cycle of things getting worse. And then, of course, my to-do list, even though we spent last weekend trying to do so much of the to-do list, the to-do list just ended up getting longer by this week. And I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm not getting ahead of this. And so today is also expected to be an extremely heavy chore day for me. So I'm not loving that. But the tech part, I have been trying to think of ways to reduce have a healthier relationship with technology. Mm-hmm. Because it's definitely it's a little unhealthy right now. And you've done really good. You got rid of Instagram and Facebook. Mm-hmm. How long ago? Like
2 months ago?
2 months ago, yeah. And you're loving it.
Oh, yeah. I'm, what's the right word? I don't
Thriving?
know. Yeah. Like, genuinely. Like,
your mental health is definitely better.
I was going to say, my mental health feels, like, so much better. I, just don't feel this incredibly heavy weight of impending doom just pressing on me all of the time. I feel like I'm less hostile and angry. Yeah, I just I feel so much better. I genuinely have no desire to download either one of those anytime soon. As soon as I got over that initial, because when you get in habits, you I automatically just went to go click on Instagram. Every time I was somewhat bored or waiting, I would go and just try to click on where my Instagram app was, and I was like, oh my god, this is so annoying.
Force a habit, yeah.
Yeah, and so after I broke that, completely fine. Don't give a shit about it. I don't care. I've been playing more, because I knew that if I was going to get rid of them, I had to replace them with something, or else I was just going to cave and get it again. So I've been playing a lot of games on my phone.
You got games?
I have a lot. I've been playing a lot of Heyday, but I have really, really enjoyed puzzle games. It just stimulates my brain in what I need that's not scrolling. So that's been super nice. I've also just come to the point where I'm it's okay to be bored. I don't need to fill every second of my day with something.
I feel like that's actually a really big part of the conversation.
Yeah.
That people are having about tech and phone reliance. It's just it's okay to be bored, especially when it comes to kids. It's let them be bored because that's what stimulates imagination.
Exactly. And the other day or a bit ago, I was waiting in a waiting room for a doctor's office. And I just looked around, and everybody around me that was waiting was on their phone. And I feel in that moment, a couple months ago, I would have just opened Instagram and would have just scrolled until they called me. But I made myself put my phone in my purse, and I was like, no, just be bored. Look at your surroundings. Look at things. Be bored. You can wait 5 minutes for the doctor to call you back without being on your phone.
Way to go. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I was yeah, just be bored. You're fine. So I sat there, and I just took in my surroundings, and because I'm a little embarrassed to admit that it was kind of difficult, because in that situation I would automatically just scroll on my phone. So it was difficult. So I made myself sit there and be like, okay, what do you see? Like, what do you smell, hear? Like, I made myself really
a
focus
nice
on
little
my
sensory
senses.
moment.
Yeah. And it just, and that appointment was in the morning. So, anyways, two of the big things that I have learned during this is Facebook and Instagram were not good for my mental health in the slightest.
Oh, crazy.
I feel tons better, and that it's okay to be bored, and that if I'm bored sometimes, that's okay. I feel like I've just partaked in more of my hobbies and crafts since then. And so, yeah, and like I said, my puzzle games are like a lot more stimulating than like scrolling on social media. So, anyways, I'm having a great time, like genuinely having a great time. I still get some news, so I'm still not, like, I'm not uninformed, which was one of the things that I was kind of worried about, because Instagram and Facebook is where I get a lot of my news, and so I was a little worried that I would be a little, like, too uninformed, but I kept TikTok because I needed some entertainment. Like, I need some entertainment, and I've got my TikTok to the point where it's, like, pure, like, a lot of it's just entertainment, like, fun videos, ideas, sim content, like, but every once in a while I'll get, like, a political video, and that's kind of how I stay in the loop. I feel like I know enough about what's going on, but not too much that it just, like, so affects me in my everyday life and mental health. So, anyways, if you've been thinking about it, absolutely do it. I've been having, like, I like, genuinely can't tell you how much better I feel.
Yeah, I also share the sentiment that the constant deep connection with the world has not been, especially recently, good for my mental health. Just because, like, it does result in more scrolling and, like, okay, so I invested all this emotional, like, fuck, this sucks, this is not good. So then I need to try and find something that's, like, I can't go to sleep after seeing war
No,
crimes.
exactly.
Now I'm like, now I gotta find something to soothe it out. And
it makes you not be able to sleep too, because then like that's kind of in the back of your mind, like all of this stuff that you see. So I've been playing my little puzzle game before bed.
My thought here is like, we evolved to care about what's like in our backyard, like our local community. That's what our brains evolved to care about. And so being so deeply interconnected to the entire world's misery is not been great. And so one of the biggest things, because I've been considering, like, how do I have a little bit of a healthier relationship with tech? How do I like reduce tech dependency? As we sit here and have a how do I reduce tech dependency conversation through technology. My biggest savior, I thought, I was like, oh, the way to go would be to get a dummy phone. Have you ever thought about getting a dummy phone? A dumb phone?
I have not. No.
Do you know what I'm talking about when I say dumb phone?
I think so.
Okay. Well, I started thinking about, okay, I could switch to a dumb phone. Those are like between $50 and like $350. And then my tech reliance just plummets, right? I can't have games on my phone. Mm-hmm. So then I was starting to make a list of like what apps could I absolutely not live without, and then trying to go from that list to see like, okay, could I get a dumb phone? And I came up with this list here.
Okay, I have one that needs to be on your list.
First of all, Spotify.
Oh, good one.
I say Spotify, but I could live with any app that let me access podcasts. I would be sad to lose music, but like when I'm at home and I wanted to connect to the speakers, I could do that through my computer, you know? It doesn't have to be Spotify. As long as I could access podcasts, I would be happy, and that would be my source of like audio, and I could survive.
Sorry, continue. I have an opinion on this, but I'll wait till after you're all done.
The second one would be like maps. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to live without maps because it would be an absolute nightmare trying to get anywhere. And I am not about to learn how to start using physical maps just to get around the city. And
sorry,
just so I
wouldn't go anywhere with you.
The other one is YouTube.
Also, can we go back to the maps thing real quick? People that used physical maps to drive, how is that safe?
Well, you don't look at the map while driving. You pull over and then you plan the route.
But what if you're like, oh, wait, I don't remember where I'm going, and you have to look at the map? It just seems unsafe.
You should just ask your grandparents. They can tell you how he did it. I've been on road trips where the way we got there was maps.
Oh, right. 1990s, forgot.
Anyways, so I went YouTube though. I I could say like, oh, you can access that on the computer. Why do you need it on your phone? The only way I consume YouTube is through my phone, because I need to quickly look something up, how to do something, and I can't always say like, okay, let me go back inside or turn on the computer or whatever. So like I kind of need YouTube for instructional materials on a lot of things.
YouTube University, as my
Yeah.
dad would say.
Yeah, I agree with your dad on that one. Like I get it. Notes. This is
Oh,
my biggest
that,
personal
yeah.
app that I would not be able to cite for that. And I know that a dumb phone would have a notes app.
It wouldn't be the
But
same.
I
Like-
don't. You don't think so?
I don't think so. Like, because a dumb phone, do you mean like one that you have to like a flip phone? Like,
Some of them have the 9 key, which is what you're talking about.
Okay.
But some dumb phones have a full S like keyboard
okay.
built into the phone.
I was gonna say you'd have to be able to like type fast. You can't do the like
I don't
The
know
three
if I could
letters-
survive going back to the 9 key.
the 3 letters on the button where you have to be like, okay, 3 clicks for A, or like C, like
2 clicks, thank you. First one's the number. Second one turns it into A.
okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's ancient technology for you.
To be fair, my mom did have one of those phones. And my parents had flip phones when I was little.
My flip phone? Well, if I told you I had a track phone, would you know what that meant?
I think so.
Okay, super old.
Can you shut up so we can finish this?
There are so many clips that I'm having to cut out and then fix because I can't stop coughing because of this damn sickness. Anyways, what were we talking about?
Your track phone.
Track phone, yeah. So a track phone was like you paid for by minutes. You would go and buy like, oh yeah, I'll buy a couple hundred minutes or whatever. I got made fun of that. I got made fun of that in 5th grade. I was bullied because I had a track phone that was a flip phone instead of like being on the cutting edge all the way back in 5th grade. That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
But my first like real like the start of the smartphone evolution. Did you ever see the phone where it's like it had the 9 key and it had the screen, but then you could flip the phone up and the keyboard? There was the bottom half was
Oh, yeah,
actually a
'cause
keyboard.
that's what my mom had.
Oh god, I love that.
That's
phone.
what my mom had. It
I
was
miss
this
it.
blue little thing. It had
Yeah,
the
I had a
screen.
blue one too.
It had the screen, and then
And then
like
you could
it was
flip
just
the
this
screen
rectangular
up, and then
thing, and then you flip it sideways and up, and then
Yeah. So I've been kind of like eyeballing one of those too,
Rachel's
like trying to find them.
my best friend's dad had a flip phone for I think until we were like, I think he finally got one when we were in high school, maybe after, I can't remember. Her dad refused to get a smartphone. He was going strong with his flip phone, and the only reason he had to get a new one is because the like phone person they said we don't have flip phones anymore. You have to get one of these. We don't support those anymore.
Which is funny because now I think every major carrier has flip phones
Yeah.
again in their store.
Yeah, so it was like a thing that like Rachel's dad has a flip phone. He doesn't
My
do a
uncle
whole
went
lot.
through that too. His flip phone broke, and then my mom took him to the phone store to find a new one for him, and they're like, "We don't sell flip phones. I can't help you." And he's like, "I'm not getting anything other than a flip phone." Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, the number one app in which I cannot live without, and I want to stress that it's the last one being talked about because it's also the one that I don't have a personal say in this. I get no choice on this one. Multi-factor authenticator apps.
Oh,
I'm not allowed to exist in this world without the ability to use multi-authenticator apps.
true. Especially with your job, there's
Well, 90% of that is my job.
yeah.
Every single app I log into, literally every single app I log into at work requires multi-factor authentication.
Yeah.
Some of them can say, oh, we can send one-time passwords that you have to supplement your password with to your emails. But I'd say like 75% of the apps don't allow that. And I have to use like Google or Microsoft Authenticator. And I wish that like password apps could have the multi-factor authenticator right there in it, you know? Because if my password app just allowed that, because it's like built into Chrome, and if it could just say, oh, generate a code, put it in there, I would do that. But so far as I could tell from my research, not an option, at least not with the expensive password app that I pay for. And so I just wouldn't I wouldn't be allowed to have my tech job without the Authenticator app.
Yeah.
And it sucks because that is the one thing where I'm like, I can't find an alternative for. Yeah, I have no choice. I have to have this. Yeah. And it's like so dumb because I don't like yeah, it's like the number one roadblock. I can't get around it.
I was going to say another one that I don't think you can live without on your phone is Google. You Google like 20 million things a day, Michael.
Yeah, but a lot of these dumb phones, you could like access a super slow web browser sometimes.
Oh, because that'll go well. A super slow web browser would drive you up a wall. Anyways, I also think that you should challenge yourself and delete all those apps that you don't think you need off your phone and just do the ones that you feel like you need.
There's also there's an app you can get that basically just bricks your phone. You like click it, and then you can't access like anything other than like the most basic functionality of your phone. And then you click that app again, and then it releases you to be able to touch all your other apps. Yeah. But like, I'd only be able to use that for like the couple hours a day that I have to myself at home, which is probably okay. That's probably where I need it the most. But it would be so annoying to have this app that could save my life. But like, because I have to constantly be logging into new applications at work that require multi-factor authentication, I wouldn't be able to use it there.
Yeah, I also think like on my phone, I have a what is it called? Like a screen time limit on. I had it on all my social media apps. I actually need to go in and fix it because I had it on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Like I can't remember how many hours I set it for, but if I spend so many hours in a day, it goes, hey, you've spent too much. Like it's like these apps are gonna get locked now, and like I can put the password in and like whatnot, but it's just one thing it's like my phone being like, take a break, like on it for a second. But I need to go back and fix it because I haven't changed it since I deleted Instagram and Facebook. So like my time ratio to like the one app I have is like it's at like 4 hours. I don't even think it's at 4 hours. It's like a little bit lower than that. But I was like, well, now with just one, like just TikTok, I need to change it so I only spend like an hour and a half on TikTok. Like,
if I was a bit more of a power user, Android has these like profiles and like time things you can set up where it says block everything except for like this app during this time period.
That's what I was that was my point of that, and I was gonna suggest that you do that with like your TikTok since you were complaining that
it's just so much work to get it set up.
It's really not.
The other thing is that I would also love to get away from like the big two, like Apple and Android, just because like mainly of all the data harvesting. I would love to just get away from that, and that's why I kind of like the dumb phone. Is like, how much data can they really collect from you on a dumb phone, you know?
Yeah.
So, anyways, if you were to consider this, what apps would you not be able to get away from yourself?
Okay, I feel like there's only. I was thinking about this, and I couldn't think of very many. What I did come up with was Pinterest, because it's Pinterest. Like, Pinterest. I say more? Pinterest.
I would argue yes. Because like when you said you were using Pinterest the other day, my mind just immediately went like, how?
What do you mean how?
Have you ever seen any of those videos where if you put ad block on Pinterest, it leaves you with almost nothing left? And then if you were to remove AI content now, there would be especially almost nothing at all left on Pinterest.
What Pinterest feed do you have? Your Pinterest feed sounds depressing.
It's been like that for years. Like, that's the number one problem with Pinterest is that it's almost all ads.
Nope.
No way. I'm gonna show you a picture of what this looks like.
Mine has ads, but if you see an ad and you press the 3 buttons and you say, like, not interested, don't show me, after a bit, it'll stop giving you so many ads. Also, the ads that I get on my Pinterest are stuff that I'm genuinely interested in.
I'm showing a picture right now. It's really easy to just look. You go to Pinterest without ads, and you see, like, it just removes almost everything from someone's account. Everyone that does this says, like, you don't realize how much of it is actually just an ad.
Yeah, again. And the ads are, like, ads on Pinterest have been a thing for a while.
But it's
But
to
if
the
you
point
press-
where it's 50-60% of
If
the
you
content.
press the three dots and if you do a few times saying like not interested in this, it'll start giving you less ads. And it doesn't bother me because the ads that I see on my Pinterest are stuff that I would be interested in. Like Pinterest is very good at targeting ads. So like
That's the problem. All
I'm
the
not
data harvesting.
I don't click on them. I'm like, "Oh, that's a cute skirt." Scroll on. It's an ad. Like I don't know. I don't really care.
Okay. Well, I think it's insane that you're not more upset about that. But
I like my
to each their
Pinterest.
own. Okay.
It's yeah, I don't know. I love Pinterest. I've loved Pinterest.
I used to when it was actually an application and not just like an ad software.
You're missing out then. I don't know why you're hating so much because you're missing out. It's literally, it's
You know
genuinely,
exactly why I'm hating so much.
it's genuinely not that bad.
Oh
Like,
my
I'm-
god. Okay, we're gonna have to move on because I'm gonna just sit here and I cannot tell you how heavily I disagree with you on this one.
Yeah, I don't know. Just doesn't. Again, I think it's because it's not like dumb ads, and I'm not interested in that. I don't know. I'm okay with it. I get a lot of other content on there that I really love. So
Okay, what other apps?
I'm not genuinely. I'm not sure. I thought like Wattpad might be on this list, but then I was like, I don't know, because then I could just like read other books. So like maybe Wattpad. I do really love finding like authors that are like not like published authors, you know, like small people just like writing stories, like creative writing, you know. But other than that, I don't know, because genuinely what I do on my phone now, Michael, play my games, read on Wattpad, scroll on Pinterest. TikTok's thrown in there every once in a while too. But that's like,
So, could you survive if you got a dumb phone?
I honestly think I could. Oh, and I guess like Spotify would be on my list. I feel like I'm constantly listening to music and like Audible.
I was gonna say, there's no way you could survive without Audible.
Okay, Audible, yeah. Spotify and Audible, just because I listen to audiobooks and music like whenever I get, like when I'm getting ready for bed, about like 10, 15 minutes I'm getting ready for bed, I have an audiobook on. Like, I like listening to things. So, but yeah, other than that, like I don't really know. I guess maps, like you said, like I would not be able to go anywhere.
Oh, you wouldn't. You can't
No.
even walk down the street without a map.
Shut up. So yeah,
I'm not
maps.
denying it.
And
though.
I guess my notes app too, because that's like where all my passwords and stuff are at. I use notes actually quite a bit, but
that hurt. It hurts every time I think about the fact that you just leave your passwords just like open to the world to see. It kills me. It hurts.
I won't tell you. So,
It makes me not want to share streaming passwords with you. Because I know you're just going to save it as plain text right there on the notes app for anyone to see.
where else am I supposed to put it?
In a password manager.
I don't want to pay for a password manager like you do.
I've told you before, I pay for a family pass. I'm the only one on a 6-person account.
Well, you told me that, and then you never sent me anything about it. So,
You never asked for it.
so anyways, I think those. I don't really know. Other than that, like, yeah, those are like my main things. I will say, I do need to go through my phone at some point and get rid of the like 20 games. And I'm not exaggerating. The like
20 is not that bad. Though.
20 games I have on my phone. So, anyways, but I'm not on Instagram or Facebook.
All right, we got to move on from this. I am going to do a quick round or a rapid fire section now because there's a couple of things I wanted to follow up on or talk about real quick. First of all, I was about to say, do you know who Fox McCloud is? Mm-mm. Okay. Star Fox?
I don't know.
It's the fox that is in Super Mario Brothers, not Super Mario Brothers, but Smash Brothers.
Okay. Because I played that so many times.
Okay,
together.
but I mean, it's a fox. It's with a gun. Okay. All right. Star Fox is an old game.
Okay.
Very popular on Nintendo platforms. Fox McCloud has been confirmed to be in the Super Mario Galaxy movie,
Oh.
which is very exciting.
Yeah.
But also raises a whole lot of questions
Okay.
because it's not a Mario character.
Oh, yeah.
And so now people are starting to think, and I agree with this speculation, 100% believe it. I think that we are heading towards a Smash Brothers movie.
Oh.
As they're going through the Mario movie, the Super Mario movies and introducing those characters, I think we're going to start seeing other characters. And pretty soon, I think in 10 years, we're going to have, or less, we're going to have a Smash Brothers movie. And I'm very excited about that possibility. I have no idea how they're going to make that, how they're going to make that work.
Because that's a lot of properties, isn't it?
I mean, it's all owned by Nintendo.
Like Steven Universe and all that?
Steven Universe is not in Smash Brothers.
What were you playing that you were playing a Steven Universe?
You were
There was one similar to, it looked like Smash Bros. With that, right?
It's the same style of gameplay.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, I distinctly remember you being really excited to play Garnet.
That game was called Multiverses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it was Warner Brothers properties then.
Oh, okay.
But
okay,
Smash
okay.
Brothers is like Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
It's like all Nintendo stuff. Pokemon, Star Fox, Mario.
Okay. Makes sense. I get it now.
So I'd be very excited to see it. The next thing I want to talk about was Nintendo announced that they're going to have a different pricing structure for their digital games. It's going to be $10 cheaper than the physical one, which makes sense, and gamers have been asking for it for a long time because you're not paying for the physical manufacturing of that game disc or that box, right? So it should be cheaper. Mm-hmm. People have been asking this for a long time, and Nintendo announced that they're doing this for their platform exclusive. So Nintendo Switch to exclusive games that come from Nintendo game development studios. And the internet turned on them. Hated it. Everyone is like, oh, bullshit, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this is exactly what people have been asking for so long.
No,
and now the main discourse is, fuck off? What? And then the only reason I could really find that the internet turned on Nintendo for this announcement was because they followed the new pricing structure of big studio games are now $70 base price. And so their digital version is $60, which up until like last year was the cost of any like big game studio game.
Oh, that makes sense then.
But I'm like, hey, I mean, at least it is still $10 cheaper.
At least
like,
it
we
is
got what
$10
this is
cheaper,
what it
like,
should have been this whole time.
Like a small win, but that is still super frustrating that they said $10 cheaper, but it's just the price that it was before now. Like I can understand why people would be kind of upset about that one. Because Rachel and I were talking.
Happy we got something.
Rachel and I were talking about this yesterday because she got like a gaming laptop and she was going to start playing games on it, and she was like wanting to find other games to play that wasn't just The Sims, because she has been playing The Sims, but she was like, I want like other games too, and she was like asking if I knew any that were like cheaper, because she was like, I don't want to, like, she was like, who the hell is paying that much for games? I was like, yeah, $80, like $70 to $80 games are out of this world ridiculous. Like, why are they so much? So anyways,
I'll have to show her where to find the good stuff.
Oh, I think she would appreciate that, because I was like giving her some things, and I was like, she was gonna try like, she said she wanted just like a little farming game, and I was like, Stardew Valley, Rachel.
Hold up. I have an even better one.
What?
For her.
Because I feel like Rachel would really like Stardew Valley too.
So the game that I would recommend, especially for her, this is a game I backed on Kickstarter long ago.
Oh, uh-huh.
And amazing game. It's called Coral Island.
Oh, you've told, because I have it on the Switch.
Did you?
Yeah, you said that. I swear to God, you have that one on the Switch.
I don't remember buying it for the Switch. No, you're thinking of Summer and Mara, I bet.
Pretty sure Coral Island.
I don't.
Because I was looking for a bunch of Switch games to play, and that was one of them. And I swear to God, you said that you.
Because as far as I know, I only own it on PC. But anyways, Coral Island is a wonderful little farm sim game that takes place on like a tropical island, and you just get a little farm, and then you get to go to festivals, and it's everything you expect from a Stardew Valley game, just more focused on like island life, and there's a little bit more emphasis on like having a cleaner, like healthier community, and so you're like, you know, picking up trash and cleaning the ocean too. Like that's a whole biome or whatever that you can go into. It's so good. Anyways, I would recommend that one too, or over Stardew Valley, especially because if you're not really a gamer, I don't know, the graphics for that game can go either way for someone.
Yeah, I feel like that's why I
Valley.
recommended it to Rachel. I feel like she'd like that. But I told her Stardew Valley, and then I wasn't sure if Tiny Bookshop is available on like computer. I don't know if it's like a Switch something, but I told her like if you can get that one's like a $20 game, and it's so fun. And so I told her to just like look around for like small indie games that are going to be like the $20 to $30, because that's most of the time those ones are like really cute concepts, have really cute graphics, like,
Yeah.
and they're not that much. So I'm really, really excited that Rachel's getting into this, and so I can share with her the games that you have shown me to love. You're passing it down.
Okay, so this next topic I wanted to run through with you real quick, and we're going to make this one super quick.
Okay, I will keep my comments to a minimum.
We'll see how well you are. So we had previously talked about big layoffs from Block about, or are being cited because of AI, right? Workers actually being replaced. So I wanted to do a quick follow-up on that, because more layoffs have been announced where AI has been cited as a reason for it, with layoffs at Oracle, Meta, Atlassian, eBay, Pinterest, which I think is ironic because AI is what's killing Pinterest.
Yeah,
and
that
more
is
apps.
that is not, seems a little, is counterintuitive the right word? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, all these companies are firing people or laying them off for AI, which is terribly timed with the backdrop of an impending energy crisis, which would easily be the nail in the coffin for this bubble to burst, right? Mm-hmm. Combining two phrases there, that was awful. I hated that. And energy is the most expensive part of running AI. So I think another good sign, and this is kind of coming from this, the other part I wanted to bring this up, is that Sora is shutting down, which I could not love more. You know what Sora is, right?
I think so.
It's the AI video making one.
Is that where like the stupid Fruit Island thing comes from?
I have no idea. Anyways, Sora has been used to make AI generated videos of like popular characters or whatever. And
Okay.
companies could opt in to have their characters on there, like Disney did. Disney was going to invest something like $1 billion into Sora, but now that Sora is shutting down, they're pulling out. And so, anyway, I just wanted to bring it up because I felt like Sora getting shut down was a good sign.
Did
because
you put a little like a like woo like little thing on your button?
I would, but it also means people are still losing their job. So I don't want to celebrate that part.
No.
I don't want to get too deep into it.
No.
So, love and hate it. But I do think we're going to start seeing what survivors, like what AI will survive. And I think as far as it comes with commercial AI, unfortunately, I think the AI that will survive are like the stuff that has access to like extreme amounts of personal and sensitive data. Like what Walmart has announced that they're doing is AI controlled dynamic pricing on their digital shelves. So like,
their digital self pissed me the fuck off.
So I think it's stuff like that that's going to survive, which sucks because all the free stuff that people have access to is like, that's not going to survive, right? Mm-hmm. Like the free tiers of ChatGPT and Gemini and stuff, those are what are not going to survive.
Which I don't think will be a bad thing.
Well, I wanted to put forward this caveat because we shit on all the time. Having access to free AI, there is a potential for it to be used right.
Yeah.
And the people that need it to be, who I think could most benefit from using free AI right, are like low income people. Mm-hmm. coming from a low income background, I can say that if you had access to something like that, you finally get like a leg up. You could use AI to, and I'm trying to show that I'm not all negative here. You could be using that to help understand how to start a business, to help yourself get some kind of education. And even if you like using it the right way of like, help me design a curriculum for, understanding the economics of, small town pizza restaurants, something like that, where it's like, it's really hard to find something that precise for free on the internet. And because so much of this stuff is like locked behind influencer paywalls and all this and that. So like it is unfortunate that the free stuff is what's not going to survive, because anything that gives low income people an opportunity to get a step ahead in life should exist. But unfortunately, that's not what's going to exist.
Yeah, that is a bummer. When I said that, I was coming from like when my mom said that kids were using AI to try and cheat on their AI test. Like, I feel like it'll help, not like fix, but like I feel like it'll help with this literary crisis that is going on just a little bit.
I think the literary crisis started long before.
Well, yeah, but AI is definitely not helping. Yeah. And so I think not having like a free option for students to use will like, it'll help a little bit. So, all
right, we're going to get out of this. There's one more thing I wanted to share. So I and a group of other people were working on a collective bingo card for 2026 a while back, and it was for a project that is not going to see the light of day. So I wanted to share what my bingo cards were, bingo options were, because I realized I never did. And ironically, some of these are already failed.
Oh, yeah.
So first one, Team Galactic of Marlboro Races. It's a marble racing.
Yeah.
Gels Marlboro runs. Check it out. My first bingo was that they're going to place higher than third place in the Marble League. 2022 was the only year they placed, and that was just third. So they don't have a great track record when it comes to Marble League specific, which is Yale's version of the Olympics, but for marbles. They're going to place higher than third place this year. That's my hope.
Okay.
Second, Tailgaters win the first Banana Ball Championship League. We'll see.
And
very excitingly, we get to go see a tailgater game.
Who gets to go see one?
Tailgaters are coming here.
I was trying to remember if it was the tailgaters or if it was.
Yeah, it's tailgaters and party animals.
Nice, that'll be fun.
Party animals were my first team when it was only party animals and Savannah Bananas. I was all about party animals because I was like, I feel like go with the go with the guys that aren't the name of the game. And then
are these real quick? Are these two new teams that we're watching?
No, party animal. Girl, you're not listening. Party Animals was the second team made.
No, like when we went and watched them the first time, what were the two teams playing? It was Savannah Bananas.
Savannah Bananas and
not one of the ones that we're going to watch this time, right?
Firefighters.
Okay, so it's two new. We get to go watch two new ones.
Yeah, two teams we haven't seen before.
Yeah, okay.
I see what you're saying. I thought you meant like new ones as of this year.
No, I meant like we get to. It'll be fun watching two new teams instead of watching another.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
So I'm excited to see both of the teams that I have supported and now currently support playing each other locally. Fantastic. And multiple people in our family got tickets, so we're going to have enough tickets to buy everyone we could possibly need. But anyways, Tailgater is going to win the first Banana Balls Championship League or win this year's. Marvel makes a comeback with the Doomsday movie. And I think this is going to be a comeback in terms of a cultural zeitgeist. I think it'll be more. Marvel will start to become more relevant. I have hopes that they're going to fix a lot of the bad directions they've started to take, and I think Doomsday is going to resolve a lot of this.
Okay.
And this is now here's the first one that did not come true. Netflix officially announces the end of theater showings for Warner Brothers movies.
Oh yes,
which relied on Warner Brothers actually being bought by Netflix.
Thank God that did not actually happen though.
Dexter and the Moonrocks, #1 favorite band. I think they're going to drop their first album this year.
Let's all hope that happens.
They had their first physical EP release, which I am very happy to have been able to get. I was one of the first people, and it sold out within minutes, and I got mine. The AI bubble pops. And number 7, because we all only need to come up with 7, so this is my last one. Netflix announces a $49.99 a month plan.
Which we're getting close to. What is it now, 26?
Yeah.
It's 26. Like $26.99 or something.
$26.99, so essentially $27. And This one was only going to come true if they bought Warner Brothers.
Oh.
And they didn't. So there's no way that unless Netflix acquires another giant this year, that they're not going to have... They won't have a $50 a month plan. Because there's just like... I don't think this year they could announce that much of an increase.
There was a notification that said that they are... like when we canceled our Netflix subscription, it said, oh, don't go. Like 1,000+ movies coming to Netflix this year. And they've been
but that's
releasing
just contracts and stuff.
They've been releasing trailer after trailer after trailer of all of the new movies coming. So,
all right, we got to get on with this. I was aiming for like 20-25 minutes, but we weren't even done with the first topic by 20-25 minutes. So.
Again, I think your coughing is going to take out like 10-15 minutes.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Movie club recommendation of the week: Idiocracy. Watching this movie again recently. Very timely movie. I don't want to say too much. It's basically imagine if smart people continue to choose not to have babies, and dumb people did choose to continue having a whole lot of babies, and so jump forward 500 years in the future, and everyone on the planet is super dumb. That's what Idiocracy is. Mm-hmm. Searing indictment of directions. That's my recommendation. Faith, do you have one this week?
Yeah, I think my recommendation will be a book they just finished last week. I don't remember. But it's a series. The first one is called, they're so cheesy. The first one is called Raiders of the Lost Heart. They're like a play on the Indiana Jones. And they are, like, obviously they're a little cringy, a little like okay. But, like, the point of it is it's basically Indiana Jones, gender roles reversed, and the woman is, like, the badass archaeologist. There's... The ones that I've read are Raiders of Lost Heart, which is the first one I read, and I had so much fun reading it that I then found the second one, which is called Temple of Swoon. And the third one that just came out is The Lust Crusade. So, as you can tell by the titles, they are romance books. So, it's Indiana Jones with gender roles reversed. And just a whole lot more sexual tension and sex. So,
okay.
they're just so fun. Like the vibes of them are great. They're like, it's got action, like there's some comedy, like suspense, like mystery. I don't know. It's literally Indiana Jones, just like in a book aimed
smutty
Indiana Jones for women. Like that's definitely target audience. But again, they're just like these short, fun little books, and I've been really, really into them because they're just different from other things that I've read. So they're super fun.
All right, well, I think that'll do us for another episode of Sunny Side Up with Michael and Faith. Faith, let's get out of here. Let's go start on the very, very, very long list of chores that seem to only ever grow.